I was sitting down to dinner when the doorbell did a ringer. It was Gary from next door. He wore a frown. And fighting back the tears, he said, "This is what we feared. They'll have to change the ending to the crown." Well, bugger me, I vexed. That was on my watch list next. Can you bring me up to speed and do a spoiler? He said, "That boy in series 1? Well, he's just farewelled his mum. And that means he's becoming even royaler." I said, "The actor or the person, is it real or just rehearsing? Because it's hard to know these days which bits are true." He said, "Take me at my word, that bloke is now King Charles III, so we'll be licking him on stamps before we're through." I said, "What the bloody hell? I mean, the Queen's all good and well, but the King of Oz, that sounds a little rough. What skills does he display? Is being born his resume? For it seems to be a monarch, that's enough." Because any fan of modern history appreciates the mystery of just how he's allowed to be the king, when others who've divorced have had to choose a different course, but then they changed the rules. So, yeah, no, good for him. Still, it only serves to prove that there's always room to move and nothing's set in stone or stays forever. So if a nation said, "Hey mate, our country wants to abdicate," I reckon he'd be fine with that endeavour. And it's really quite confronting, all the pageantry and bunting being beamed across our screens from far away, because it now appears that the Emperor's got new ears, yet nobody down under gets a say. And look, he seems like a good person, neither better nor much worse than those of us born here beneath the Southern Cross. But Charles is not a name that suits our droughts or flooding rain, so why not have a Shazza or a Ross? And I know now's not the time to talk about the royal line or the merits of a system built on class. But it strikes me once again, if not now, then bloody when? It seems to me the perfect time to ask. Because the country is divided and largely undecided how we feel about the prospect of a king. While some just say relax and wave their Union Jacks, others mourn the loss of everything. So now we serve him at his leisure, on his throne of plundered treasure, and we awkwardly ignore the past transgressions. Crown jewels have lost their sparkle. Just ask Prince Andrew or Meghan Markle. A royal family feels like a regression. And I miss the days of yore, like just 7 days before, when the world was such a simpler place, it seems. Because Her Majesty, I swear, was like my grandma, always there. And we didn't have to question what that means. So to our king we say g'day, and we praise his DNA, his ever-loyal subjects cross the sea. We might have golden soil and a bit of wealth for toil, but us Aussies are still girt by monarchy.